Since I've been a Christian, I ain't did a lot of dating. I don't like wasting time. I don't believe in, a lot of people say get out there and date around. I don't believe in that. Simply because I know that you don't have to open yourself up sexually to get soul ties. Simply by you sharing too much of your heart, a little too much of your thoughts, that could open up something emotionally and mentally, which your soul is comprised of your mind, your will, and your emotions. So it's like if you give a little bit, just a little bit too much of that to somebody, you can find yourself in a soul tie.
Bringing faith into view.
Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm currently getting ready for church. It's not gonna be a lengthy rant like I usually do.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Today gonna be similar to what I did last Sunday. Putting my hair in a ponytail, putting on the hat.
Please help me forget about him. He takes all my energy. Trapped in my memory. Constantly holding me. Constantly holding me. I need to tell you all.
So I was at the laundromat yesterday. Look at that big difference. That's funny. Boom. And then boom. But anyway, I was at the laundromat yesterday, and Satan's so cunning and so tricky. One thing I would tell ladies, like when it comes to dating, it's like women come and sit down with a list of questions to ask men when they out on dates. Personally, I saved myself a lot of time and men money simply by having conversation with them before they even get my phone number. And one thing I would advise women is to just listen. When a man is talking to you, simply just listen. You will learn a lot about a man simply just by listening to him. He'll tell you a lot more information than he would compared to you asking him for the information that you need, because a man is gonna, people tell on themselves if you let them talk long enough. Is basically what I'm saying. I usually used to ask all the questions. What's your relationship with God? Do you got kids? Where you work? Like, what do you do for a living? Stuff like that. But like I said, I come to learn that if you let men talk long enough, they're gonna tell on themselves. So the incident that happened yesterday in the laundromat, I noticed the guy, he kept, like looking at me or whatever. And the type of woman I am, I don't shoot my shot. I don't initiate the first. I don't shoot my shot. I'm gonna just say that. He kept looking at me, and then I sat down. He decided to talk to me. Hold that thought real quick. Let me go get my mascara. And I'm back. So like I was saying, I noticed he kept looking at me. He came over when I was sitting down, and he sparked up a conversation. I think that's it. Yeah. And the conversation sparked up. He asked, like, what do I value in men? And he asked, what do I value most out of relationships? And I said, your relationship with God. And even that alone, to me, that's pretty vague, for the simple fact, when you ask people about God, most people speak about God from an agnostic perspective, meaning they believe that God could be anything or anybody. Nobody truly knows who God is, right? So hold on. Y'all know I be needing my mirror for this. And I don't want to poke myself in the eye. I probably should have did this last, my hat. I just said this ain't gonna be a long rant and look at me. That's funny. Anyway, I told him it's your relationship with God or whatever. And he went on to tell me how he's God-fearing and all of this and that. And to make a long story short, he's Muslim. I didn't intervene. I didn't tell him I didn't intervene and tell him I'm Christian, tell him my beliefs. I just simply let him get everything out that he needed to get out. And in the end, when after he got done or whatever, and he asked me, what do I think? I just simply told him, I said, it's not going to work. We not spiritually aligned, aka we not equally yoked. And he looked confused, like, I just told you I'm God-fearing, like he laid out this long list of things he could do for me as far as a man or whatever. And then that's when I tell him I'm Christian or whatever. And I don't know if y'all know any Muslims or whatever, but in Islam, it's okay for them to date Christians. However, over here we don't get down like that. The Christians, we're not supposed to be unequally yoked. So he went on of this little long laundry list of things he can do for me, like as a man, things he can bring to the table, and it was going in one ear and out the other. I said that to say, I know my husband is close. And God, Lord, not God, but I said that to say the enemy, he gonna try to send curveballs when he know you close and when you on the brink of something. No matter if it's for marriage, a breakthrough, and a breakthrough don't always got to be something monetary. It could be for peace. It could be something, like I said, something as simple as you just waiting on peace from God. But the enemy will do something like try to plague your mind with all these thoughts of worries, reminding you of what you ain't got, what's due, what's overdue. Just to get you all tripped up in a mind. But it's important for us to stay the course. Continue in our pursuit and continue to wait on God. And I'm going to hurry up after this because I'm already pressing for time. Now imagine, because he wasn't bad looking. But I want who God got for me. Now imagine if I would have went off of his looks, took that date, that would have been a waste of time and a waste of his money. Get all the information you can on y'all, like during that initial conversation, him asking you for your number and all of that stuff. And I'm gonna say this, and it may sound harsh, but it's true. A lot of women who come out of these marriages or out of these long, extensive, and traumatic relationships, 9 times out of 10, y'all saw the red flags and ignored them. And I can speak for that personally as somebody who came out of like an 8.5-year relationship. All the red flags was there on the first day, and I totally ignored them. It's a difference between, I don't want to say falling for somebody's potential, but continuing to be with somebody because you see their potential versus you settling and overlooking red flags. Don't overlook them and become desperate. Don't overlook red flags and become desperate. And then marry the man and expect for God to be Captain Saver, HOE, in the end, because you didn't decide to use your discernment. I'm in the book of Matthew, and this morning I'm on chapter 10. And it said, when Jesus sent out the 12, he told them he are sending them out into the world like sheep among wolves. And he told them to be sharp like a serpent, but innocent like doves. That means there's a reality that there's bad people that live among us. That's what he meant when he said be sharp like a serpent. You be discerning, be wise. But don't, when he say be innocent like doves, don't let that corrupt what I am putting on the inside of you. Allow your intentions to remain pure.
Sometimes I fight myself. I just can't believe that you would have anything to do with someone so insecure, someone so immature. I gotta find
To me, I honestly, since I've been a Christian, I ain't did a lot of dating. I don't like wasting time. I don't believe in, a lot of people say get out there and date around. I don't believe in that. Simply because I know that you don't have to open yourself up sexually to get soul ties. Simply by you sharing too much of your heart, a little too much of your thoughts, that could open up something emotionally and mentally, which your soul is comprised of your mind, your will, and your emotions. So it's like if you give just a little bit too much of that to somebody, you can find yourself in a soul tie. I just don't have time to be sitting around dating, getting, as the world would call it, even some Christians will call, getting to know people. I know for a fact when God send me my husband, I'ma know. I'm just gonna know. Yeah. Just like how God gave Adam that knowing when Adam looked at Eve and said, this is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. I don't think he only left that at Adam or only to men. Like women, we're gonna know too. I remember when I was in an Uber, this was when I was getting my gingivectomy done. For some reason, a lot of older guys approached me like in their early to like mid 50s. No shade, but I look at them like predators. I don't think, especially after I tell them my age, like I get it, y'all go off of like how I look first, and then, but once I tell y'all my age, it's like we don't have nothing in common. The Bible said he gave Adam a wife who is also suitable to him, like suitable. They have things in common, like she fit him. she complimented him. Nothing about us in our generation. We don't have nothing in common. And I don't think you're suitable for me, and I don't think I'm suitable for you. And some men, they'll try to push it a little bit, like with this guy in particular. Like, I forget how DMX is my all-time favorite rapper. I forgot why, but I was talking about my little brother at the time, and I forgot what it was. I know I had told him basically when DMX had passed, and I had told my little brother about it, but I don't remember why I was talking about my little brother. Basically, my little brother only knew him as an actor and a dude who had overdosed. And to me, I look at him like more than that. Like, to me, when I go back and look at his stuff, like, it was his like prayers. Like, you could, even though he battled the addictions he had battled, I can look back in June and be like, I believe DMX was a man of God. Like, just from the way he prayed, you could tell like he just wasn't praying like that to put on a show for fans. Like, you could tell like back at home, like in his quiet time, he really prayed like that for real. So that's honestly, like, as I became an adult, his music I liked, but when I became an adult, that was the part of me that sealed it. Like, yeah, this is my favorite rapper. So I was telling my Uber driver that or whatever, and I guess from that he assumed like, yeah, like we do. That's what it was. He was asking me would I date, like what's my age limit or whatever. And I was basically telling him what I'm telling y'all. I don't want to date somebody too far out of my age gap. I don't want to, like 10 years older than me is the most I'm gonna go, and I'm even pushing it with that. You got to be at least 30. I'm gonna be 33 this year, so from 30 to 43 is my age limit. And I was telling him that, and he was basically trying to tell me, talking about some your husband, like you need to date older or whatever. And just because of what I was saying about DMX, he was saying DMX is from his generation or whatever, and he was trying to use what I was saying as a point to prove that me and him should date. Like, no, first of all, I'm not even physically attracted to you, so that's the first thing. And second, like, no, I don't want nobody that's too much older than me. And then you trying to persuade me, it's giving predatory. It's giving predatory. So I'm gonna pass. And it goes back to what I said, when God sent my husband, I'ma know.
And know the real meaning of a lasting relationship.
I'm done.
Not based on ownership. You love me despite myself. Sometimes I fight myself. I just can't believe that you would have anything to do with someone so insecure, someone so
All right.
immature.
See y'all at church.
I gotta
Peace.
find peace.
And this is my outfit from head to toe. I made the sweatshirt and my shoes. And these pants, I can tell I'm losing some weight still, y'all. Like in my midsection, like right in here, she's feeling loose. She's feeling loose.
I know now I have to face. I gotta find peace of mind. Please don't let me disgrace. He says it's impossible. The temptations of my past.
It's living rent-free in your head, and you have too many things to think about, too many things to do, that you don't have time to keep rehearsing and reliving what something already happened. You gotta grow through it, you gotta live through it, and you gotta get yourself back. Where I'm at in the room. If you're not careful, things will come to arrest you. And this is what I call arrested development. Arrested development. What is arrested development? Arrested development is when a painful moment stops your growth and stalls your progress. It's when something hits you out of nowhere and you were in a happy season and you were growing and things were working, and then out of nowhere something comes and sneaks up in your life, catches you off guard, and now you find yourself can't halfway get yourself together. Who I'm talking to in here? By the time you get married, you ain't got time to be showing up like all your breakups. The devil is alive. You better smell fresh and so clean. You understand? You're going to be healed from all that junk. Deal with your trust issues in your single life. So when you get married, you ain't got time to be taking that out. What am I trying to tell you? That even the people that God allows to come at you have a particular assignment. Even their name means what it means. You just got to pay attention. Here it is. Judas, whose name means Judah, is actually a person who is responsible for praise, because sometimes the people that praise you publicly are the ones that cut you privately. God didn't do it, but if he allows it, he allows it for your advancement. He allows it because he's bragging on you. He allows it because he knows that you got what it takes to take it. Have you ever said, God, you must think I'm really strong for all the hell that I'm going through? Have you ever had to go ask God, God, you must think I'm built different for all the pain that I had to. But can I tell you that if God allows the pain, that there's purpose in it, and you're about to be stronger and better and rising? Can you put a pre-praise on the process while you're in the middle of it? Open up your mouth and need your reaction. Oh, I know what to do. Oh, you ain't said nothing but a word. We ride at dawn. That's reaction. Response is calculated. Response says, crucify my flesh. I'm going to not call them back. I ain't going to post nothing. I ain't going to say nothing. I ain't going to make no, I'm going to keep my hands off of them, because when God deal with them, I want to say I ain't had nothing to do with that. You tripped up on your own foolishness, and I ain't had that. I was over here. Reaction is easy. I know what to do because that's what God saved me from. Response takes effort.
Amen.
Because I have to think, and I have to pray, and I have to fast, and I have to pray, and I have to think, and I have to fast.
I'm back. He set me up again. He set me up again. And I'm saying set up this time because today he ain't tell me I'm going to be going down to the altar again for the same thing. It's like he's ringing out offense in my heart. Offense and unforgiveness. Just making sure nothing is lingering. And I'm appreciative of it. I'd rather him to keep sending me back down to the altar every Sunday if that's what he finna have to do, versus him leaving me alone with it. Versus him leaving me alone to my own devices. So today's service was basically not a repeat per se, but more so, if anything, like knowing the difference. Basically, what I was touching on what I was touching on, and I had put the Bible study out. Basically, what I was touching on, knowing the difference between a friend and an associate. But for me, of course, that spoke more so to knowing the difference between a Judas and a Peter. However, that is helpful too. It's like we go around and giving everybody crazy. And yesterday I was telling the guy who tried to get my number, you know, most dudes, after you turn them down, they try to sneak that on up in there. Well, can we still keep in contact, maybe be friends? Me personally, I don't believe in being friends with the opposite sex. I just don't. Y'all probably saying it's possible. It probably is. Me, I don't know. No. Because I guess I don't play around with the word love, and I don't play around with the word friend. If I really do look at you as a friend, then you a friend. Meaning, like, no, I don't look at you in no type of way. People say, like, if somebody get liquor in their system, or if the opportunity presents itself, I don't care if any of those opportunities presents themselves. And I'm not the type of person who sits up and get drunk anyway. But even if that was to happen, if I can see you in that type of way, I can't consider you a friend. I don't know. That's what my husband for. Like, it's having a male friend, not friends in general, but like just a male friend. Yeah. And if I'm gonna be honest, just 90% of the guys who say it's like, we done already did the do. You done already show interest in me. Or we have been committed, like dated. So I don't know. Maybe also I just never had a guy who genuinely showed genuine interest in that way of wanting to be my friend. But no. Yeah, until I see it, I ain't gonna believe it. I don't believe it because it just ain't been proven to me. But yeah, back to service. It was touching more, still knowing the difference between a friend and an associate. But he really, as y'all see in the clips or whatever, it was touching more so on offense and letting God fight your battles. I think that's part of where I get caught up at. I be wanting to get back. I be wanting to get my leg back. But if anything, I guess what I'm learning from all of this is, because I don't even like when people, I guess, like, say, like, God gonna spin a block, God gonna fight on your behalf. People typically say that out of a prideful sense, like in a prideful way, and I don't like that. God loves all of us, so, but at the same time, God is just, right? So I never want to get gratification out of seeing somebody downfall, but at the end of the day, God is a just God, and personally, I have seen God move on my behalf. When it comes to people like who done did me wrong and I done stepped out of the way. But again, I do see people saying that in a prideful way, people calling themselves like God's favorite. God don't have a favorite. We are all God's. God loves all of us equally. So yeah, you won't hear me saying stuff like that. But yeah, service was good today. I'm not gonna talk y'all ear off. I'm finna eat. Y'all know me. I don't be eating before church. This is probably just a thing. I'm finna eat. Put my order in for some groceries. Drink the rest of my coffee. And I've been watching Chris Hansen. I don't know if y'all know Chris Hansen. He got like a new, I don't want to say show because it's on streaming services, but he have a new show that's on, Chris Hansen have a new show out that's on streaming services. You can watch it on YouTube. He got a bunch of free episodes on YouTube. It's called Takedown. Just put in Takedown by Chris Hansen on YouTube, and most likely it's gonna pop up. So I'm finna sit here and watch that, eat, drink my coffee, order a few toiletries I need from my house, some groceries, and watch TV for the rest of the day. And I think I gotta cook too. I'm trying to see, do I wanna eat my kava bowls for lunch next week, or do I wanna cook? I don't know. I'll figure it out, but tell me how service was in the comments. If y'all went to church, hopefully y'all did. And that's it. Enjoy the rest of y'all week. Have a blessed one. Peace.
I gotta find peace of mind. I know now I have to face. I gotta find peace of mind. Please don't let me disgrace. He says it's impossible, the temptations of my past, but I know it's possible. Will my devotion last? He says there's no me without him. Please help me forget about him. He takes all my energy, trapped in my memory, constantly holding me, constantly holding me. I need to tell you all the pain he's caused. I need to tell you I'm undone because I gotta find peace of mind. I know now I have to face. I gotta find peace of mind. Please don't let me disgrace. He says it's impossible, the temptations of my past, but I know it's possible. Will my devotion last to finally be in love and know the real meaning of a lasting relationship, not based on ownership. You love me despite myself. Sometimes I fight myself. I just can't believe that you would have anything to do with someone so insecure.
When did you get divorced?
Few months.
Few months.
Yeah.
Was it rough?
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of people get through divorces.
Well, I was only married once.
Yeah. How long were you married?
4 years.
4 years.
Not very long. Waited till I was old enough, thought I found the right one.
You have any kids?
What a merciful God. Every day's another chance.